and welcome to MGH's first virtual Administrative Support Staff Day Luncheon and Pamela J. Ellis Memorial Secretarial Award Ceremony. We are happy to be here with you this year celebrating the administrative professionals of the MGH community. Though we cannot gather in person, we won't let a pandemic stand in our way of saying thank you to such an important part of our hospital community. I'm Jovita Thomas Williams, Senior Vice President for Human Resources, and I am honored to be your host for today's event. MGH's administrative professionals are our unsung heroes. Without seeking credit, you do so much to hold our hospital community together. You go out of your way to make our patients feel welcome. You organize project teams and set travel schedules. You provide your teammates with the information and equipment they need to provide care. And you build community, remembering birthdays and other special occasions. In honor of the many contributions you make to our hospital community, we have put together a short video celebrating the work you do and how it helps advance Mass General mission.
My name is Gladys Munoz Romero. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and ella, and I'm the program coordinator at Mass General's Transgender Health Program. I think our patients are so unique because they want to be seen, affirmed, and cared for, and working with a population who's underserved and for the longest times have been marginalized in the healthcare system, we're trying to break those bridges and support them in what their healthcare goals are.
My name is Marisol Serbia. I am a patient service coordinator. I've been working here for Mass General Chelsea Healthcare 17 years. I make patients feel comfortable by having a smile on my face, and I know with a mask we cannot see it, but I smile and I make sure that my eyes get all wrinkly.
My name is Felix Duran, and I work as a medical interpreter in MGH. Well, the medical interpreter job is just to be, as I said before, a bridge of communication, but more than that, I would say is not only translating. Not every good translation can be an interpreter. An interpreter is a step further, is when you really connect with the minds of the provider and the patient, and you connect with the heart. You know what the people, in this case, the patient is feeling, so you know what they're trying to say.
I am a returned Peace Corps volunteer where I served in the Western Highlands of Guatemala for 2.5 years. Flexibility has always been second nature to me in order to see things and adapt and grow together. We are still in our novel phases as a clinic and program, but in order to be flexible, you have to meet where patients and our providers are and working together to make sure things are happening.
My job before the pandemic was a floater, and I covered from adult medicine, mental health, specialties, urgent care, the lab. I've even covered administration and security. And my job changes every day, so it's what makes it interesting.
A typical work day is a little bit of an adventure because we never know what we're going to be facing. You know, it's the type of work that is not monotonous. You always find things that are unexpected.
My name is Chris Amori. I work for the Center for Disaster Medicine at Mass General Hospital. I'm the program coordinator. Being an administrative assistant really requires you to be flexible and to not expect that any day is going to be a normal day, because it most likely is not.
My name is Bert Darrell, and I'm a unit coordinator on Blake 8, which is a cardiac ICU unit. The most important part of my job is to make sure that the nursing staff has everything they need to be able to focus on giving the premium care to that patient that they're taking care of.
Being able to manage the executive or the physician's time is so important, especially someone like Dr. Paul Bittinger. He just does not have the time to put into deciding which meeting he should go to, when he should go to it, how long the meeting should be. So a lot of my time is spent, he will tell me he needs a meeting, and then I will go ahead and schedule it. Dr. Bittinger has many roles throughout Mass General and Mass General Brigham, and he also participates in many outside ventures. So his calendar, in many cases, is triple or quadruple booked.
My name is Kram Patel. I'm a program coordinator here in the Center for Faculty Development at MGH. I work very closely with two offices here in the CFD, the Office of Research Careers, as well as the Office of Clinical Careers. With the current pandemic and coronavirus actually right now, one of the things we've actually realized is that a lot of people are not getting the human interaction they're not meeting a lot of new people in their laboratories. They're not really having social events or going to social events with others in their laboratory. So one of the things that we actually created right now is we created a peer mentoring program to really facilitate more connections, more networking among postdoc and graduate students here at MGH.
The work that I do supports the patient and their families because every function that I perform gives the nurse the opportunity to focus on primary care. And that should be her primary focus, not looking for patients' belongings, not putting together charts, not answering the phone, not running down to the blood bank. Whatever they need, I should be able to provide it to them. So I sometimes try to anticipate what the need might be so that the nurse's time is always primarily to her patient or his patient to provide the optimum care, like we all do at the Mass General.
MGH's mission has 4 parts: patient care, teaching, research, and community. The work at the CFD is really important because when we really emphasize and really help the community aspect of the mission at MGH, we're really benefiting everything else. So patient care will benefit, research will benefit, as well as teaching. One of the biggest things that the CFD really does is we really want to make sure we're helping people advance in not only their careers, but also through skills development.
The most important thing that I do each day is I make patients happy. That's what I do. I make sure that you're happy and content when you leave this building.
Feliz Día del Personal Administrativo.
To thank you for being the glue that keeps this caring, crowded community cranking, we will be sending a small gift to your home address, an MGH branded canvas travel bag. You can use it when we are all allowed to travel again, or to hold your various office supplies as you travel to and from the hospital. Our hospital president, Dr. Peter Slavin, is here today and would like to say a few words of gratitude. Dr. Slavin?
Good afternoon, everyone, and I'm so happy to be with you this afternoon as we gather together, albeit virtually, to celebrate our administrative professionals for the incredible work they do throughout the year. That group of people includes our executive assistants, administrative assistants, operations associates, front desk receptionists, and others who carry out crucial tasks that help our offices, research labs, units, and departments function smoothly. It has been 2 years since we've been able to gather together under the Bullfinch tent to honor your work. And while we look forward to a day when we can do that again, we hope that today's celebration helps express our gratitude for the work that you do throughout the year. The last 13 months have certainly been quite a challenge. We've had to adjust to new ways of working, whether it's wearing masks, physically distancing, working from homes, while balancing family needs and caregiving needs. But I just want to thank all of you for stepping up and, despite all of that, helping this hospital community weather this pandemic so well. As our caregivers, investigators, clinicians have focused on COVID-19, you also were superstars helping with the administrative and operational work. You kept up with day-to-day tasks, quickly adapted to new ways of working, and kept our patient care units, research labs, administrative offices, and support staff departments functioning so well during this challenging time. Here at the MGH, we believe that our employees are our most important assets, and time again this past year, you proved that to be true. So we are just so grateful to you for that. During this challenging times, I know we've all been so busy and dealing with loss, isolation, physical distancing, and we don't, particularly in these times, don't have as much time as we would like to express our gratitude for the work of others. But today is a day we want to stop, take a time out, and thank all of you for the incredible work that you do throughout the year to make this hospital the incredible temple of healing that it is for our patients, their loved ones, and our community. I certainly hope that next year we'll be able to gather under the Bullfinch tent, have lunch together, but I hope this virtual celebration will serve this year to, again, express our gratitude for your service. Please enjoy today's virtual celebration. Have a wonderful day, and thank you again so much for all you do.
Thank you, Dr. Slavin. Part of today's celebration is presenting the Pamela J. Ellis Memorial Secretarial Award. Pamela Ellis was an executive secretary at the MGH from 1992 to 1996. Pam died of melanoma at the young age of 31, but left a lasting impact on the administrative and leadership team at the MGH, leading to the establishment of the award in her honor. We present this award each year to someone who exhibits similar remarkable qualities in their work. Next, I would like to welcome Joanne Riley, recipient of the 2019 Pamela J. Ellis Memorial Secretarial Award. Joanne will tell us about her experience as the 2019 Pamela Ellis Award winner and what the award has meant to her.
Hi, everyone. I was asked to speak today about my experiences since having received the Pamela Ellis Award in 2019. But rather than reflect on my experiences alone, I wanted to take this moment to reflect on the past year we all shared. I don't think anyone could have predicted that nearly 2 years from my accepting this award, that we would be in the middle of a pandemic with the world relying on the work that we do here together, the nurses and the physicians and the staff that support them. A little more than a year ago, we were sent into a tailspin. Hundreds, then thousands of people were getting sick every day from a still little known illness. Here at Mass General, additional ICUs were popping up everywhere to accommodate the extra patients. Doctors and nurses were working tirelessly, many afraid to go home for fear of spreading the virus to their families, but they stuck to the task at hand. They knew what they needed to do, and they did it well. What struck me most about this past year was how deeply this virus impacted our ability to comfort our patients and each other. This virus prevented us from being able to hold one another, kept us from holding a patient's hand or giving them a hug. It kept us from stopping in to visit or to just say hello. A screen became the sole lifeline for our sickest patients to their families and friends, many of whom we've cared for years. In the pulmonary and critical care unit where I work, the administrative staff could see the toll that the pandemic was taking on the physicians we supported. So many had lost weight. They looked tired and worn. Some looked like they had just had a good cry. Like many war veterans, they didn't want to discuss what they had experienced that day. The medical unit had become a war zone, and they had just come back from battle, the sick and the dying, and there was little more we could do but try our best to make their days a little easier, to continue to support our patients, and to keep everyone as safe as possible. Though it might have been impossible to see in the moment, I found that there was some good to take away from all of this madness. Sometimes our lives cause us to feel like a gerbil on a wheel, waking up early to take care of the kids, sending them off to school, taking the train to work, or taking your car, settling in, commuting home, cook dinner, help the kids with their homework, get them bathed and ready for bed, lights out, love you, good night, only to wake up the next morning and do it all again. It's easy to lose yourself in the monotony of the day, in the rush of it all. But for as horrific as this pandemic has been, it forced us to slow down, forced us to take a breath and appreciate what we were still able to. Forced to stay home, to protect themselves, families were reading stories to their kids, having a cup of coffee with their life partner, and discussing the fears, joys, politics, dreams. The family dynamic was changing, where families were together again. There wasn't any soccer practice, no commute for many. Families were finally eating dinner together, playing board games, talking to each other, cooking together, playing music, and making funny Facebook videos. We were forced to find new ways to connect. We called our friends more. We reached out to our family members, checked in on coworkers, and looked out for one another because we couldn't have gotten through this without each other. In my department, we got to know our doctors and nurses a bit more. We got to know each other a bit more, and we got to know ourselves a bit more. We learned a lot of things on many levels. We learned to appreciate each other in our working environment, from doctors and nurses to the admins, to the staff who cleans our working areas and patient rooms, to the maintenance workers. We learned that everyone's job is an important one, and it makes this hospital function to the level of excellence we hold. I'm very proud and honored to work with such a team of people. We, all together, are Mass General Brigham. I'd like to thank my husband, Michael, and my son, Adam, for the love and support that they give to me every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne. Now it's time to introduce you to our 2020-2021 Pamela J. Ellis Memorial Secretarial Award nominees. Please take a moment to read through the names scrolling on the screen and congratulate your colleagues on this great honor. Congratulations to all of you. All week, we will be featuring quotes and photos of our Pamela J. Ellis Award nominees on the digital displays located on the main floors of the hospital. We also will list the names of all 2020-2021 nominees on the employee recognition wall outside the general store. And now, what you've all been waiting for. This year, we will present the Pamela J. Ellis Memorial Secretarial Award to 2 individuals. Our first recipient is a unit coordinator on Bigelow 11. Her nominators use these words to describe her. She is so dedicated to making sure that all of her colleagues are supported that none of us want to disappoint her. She makes us all the best versions of ourselves on the overnight shift. When an unexpected event, such as a rapid response or a code is called, she shines even brighter in her ability to stay calm and collected, making sure she supports the nurses and doctors with all the small details throughout the event. I'm certain that nowhere in her job description is this level of support to her nursing colleagues expected, but she takes it upon herself to learn how she can best support her colleagues. With her running the ship overnight, Bigelow 11 stands tall and proud. Please join me in congratulating Lillian Clark, recipient of the 2020-2021 Pamela J. Ellis Memorial Secretarial Award.
Thank you. I would like to first say that I am absolutely grateful and for being nominated as well as receiving this prestigious Pamela J. Ellis Award. I am overwhelmed with gratitude to be acknowledged by so many wonderful people. I would like to thank my fellow Bigelow 11 colleagues for all of their guidance and support throughout the years, and I will continue to work hard and remain humble. Thank you.
Congratulations, Lillian. Our next recipient is a patient services coordinator in the Tamir Center. In her nomination, her colleagues wrote, "Scheduling is a particularly challenging responsibility because there are so many moving parts. She will go the extra 10 miles to make it all come together for any given patient, with the patient's needs foremost in her thinking, but also with a constant eye to facilitating clinicians' ability to provide optimum care. She consistently pursues her role with professionalism, knowledgeability, great good humor, accuracy, mindfulness, efficiency, and energy. The staff of the Tamir Center are blessed to have her on our team, and her actions not only facilitate smooth operations, but enhance the quality of care we seek to provide. Please join me in congratulating Junie Joseph, recipient of the 2020-2021 Pamela J. Ellis Award.
Thank you. I am honored to receive such a prestigious award, the Pamela J. Ellis Award, une grande récompense. I am overwhelmed with gratitude to have been selected. I want to thank Elizabeth Johnson, Tamir treatment nurse, who has recognized my work and nominated me for this award. Also, thank you to my Tamir family for your ongoing support and encouragement. I will continue to do my best to bring excellent care to the cancer patients that we serve here at MGHCC. Thank you all.
Congratulations, Junie. This concludes our formal program. We hope to be back in the Bullfinch tent sharing lunch with you again in 2022. I would like to thank our employee programs team, Jill Monahan and Alexandria Bergoli, for putting together today's virtual program, and our virtual event producer, Peter Cancella of Vaudeville Pictures. Thank you again for everything you do for our hospital community. Please enjoy your special day. Goodbye.